What is going on, guys, and welcome back to the AI only battle. Two big things going on in the world right now, or at least I'm pretty sure there's only two big things, but that is the Zulu are probably about to take both the Ethiopian and Songhai capitals over within a few turns of each other, and the Shoshone are still looking to push deeper into the Aztecs territory here in sort of the south of the USA. But we're going to focus on the Zulu for a minute because this is pretty big for the Zulu, because this will leave pretty much all the rest of the nations in this western part of Africa, so Mali, Morocco, pretty exposed once the Songhai are going to be easily dispatched probably by the Zulu, although the rest of the Songhai cities are sort of won't be so easy for the Zulu to grab hold of. So guess what I'm trying to say. And once they have Ethiopia, they'll have an even bigger front with Egypt here, although Egypt are gaining strength, and if the Zulu want to attack soon, Egypt could probably catch up to them in strength. However, it will also give them access to Arabia, although they already do down here, so and more importantly Assyria, so they could probably start to move into the Middle East just as Egypt have done. Okay, so let's go over here to see how everything is going down. The Aztecs have units. Whether they'll be able to grab this city back, I don't think so. The Huns have peaced out with Great Britain, so it's a big, not too big in news there. There wasn't going to be anything happening. Also, big news, guys. I've noticed some of the videos. I don't know if you've noticed it. No one seems to comment about it, but they're sometimes a bit fuzzy. I don't know if you noticed that. I don't know what it is exactly, but I've upped the FPS. I was recording in 30 FPS. We're going with 60 now. I didn't even realise. I don't know. I thought it was just recording at the game, but that was my bad. Shoshone declaring war on Morocco. Okay, whatever, Shoshone. That's not going to work too well for you. You know, at 60 FPS now. By the time this video is out, I've probably said it in other videos because there's new series coming out probably before this video actually gets made, goes up. So I don't know, but basically this series from this episode onwards is in 60 frames per second. So every time there's a video in a series where I start going to 60 frames, because there's another series recorded at the start of that I haven't uploaded yet, so you'll get what I mean when I say it. Anyway, how are Poland and Germany are looking? They look like they cancel each other out, and Poland don't really have any options here. They're surrounded by Egypt, Germany, more Egypt, the Soviet Union, and the Huns. Other than the Soviet Union, I wouldn't say there's any particularly easy wars for Poland. Egypt is probably the easiest, although I think Egypt may be ahead in technology. Oh no, they've both got Gatling guns. Egypt though, yeah, Egypt are a bit weaker up north, but I think they would overall win that war. Maybe not. Poland actually has a lot of units. The only thing is Poland can't get all these boats out of the Black Sea, which was a really bad idea. I mean, it was great to build them to attack Istanbul and maybe Sparta here of Germany in the future, but other than that, without a Constantinople Byzantium city, there's no way to get out of the Black Sea. So that was a bit of a waste, really. And Egypt now have complete control of the eastern Mediterranean and the top of the Red Sea. So that's useful for them. They even have a bit of the Persian Gulf here. They're not a coastal city. Okay, so Egypt just attacked Morocco. They do have a border right here. So this could be a big one for the Egyptians. If they can grab Fez here, no specific resources of any use. The borders here have just destroyed each other's civs. They've destroyed each other's road networks just by settling. They're gonna take Songhai soon. Did they grab? They just need to get their riflemen up and over these hills. They may not be able to do it this turn actually. There's a war in South America, but Argentina are. Oh no, they're not failing. Their caravels clearly helped a little bit. Maybe they'll grab this city then. Argentina from the Incans, which will be a big thing for Argentina, because I mean they've got some massive 216 population cities miles away from their capital, which is also large. They split Chile in half. I'm sure they're not the most liked empire in the world, Argentina, but if they could start to make some progress towards connecting their empire, they could come out as the strong civ in South America. And of course Brazil are looking very strong with an army of Gatling guns. Big Argentinian navy over here in the east. Australia and New Zealand are both doing okay. They've not really done anything just yet in terms of wars, but They'll be getting more involved with the Indonesians now, and that will soon change things. Well done. New Zealand grabbed almost this whole island, so I'm proud for them. Okay, so Shoshone go into the industrial era there. Wait, Pocatello, yeah, that is the Shoshone. Okay, so they're making some progress, Shoshone. If they could just grab this town. That makes it sound like really small. This city, I'm not gonna... Well, it looks like town, kind of. Tonwan. No, it doesn't. Anyway, can't believe they did this, Aztecs. So mean. Look, California, to still be alive, I mean, credit to California. To still have a city in Florida is also pretty incredible. Oh, Castro. Okay, there we go. So the Inca did lose this city to Argentina. So they're going to be even stronger now in the north of South America and towards this area, Latin America. And that's a second city for the Argentinians with access to the Pacific, which would make a naval attack, while obviously using units from here to attack Chile with units from, maybe land units from Buenos Aires, and the navy from up here to attack Chile would be a lot more helpful. Obviously they can't send them round, and I don't think, no, they didn't quite settle a canal to cross between. And the Caribbean's filling up pretty quickly. There's a couple of tiles here. The Songhai have a worker out here for some reason. Where are the Songhai units going? Oh, I think they're just sending them around. Why are they up here? Oh, I think they're sending, because they can't get open borders through Mali. They have to send their units all the way through the Mediterranean. I presume oh no, they're just about squeezing through Iberia, and they're coming round to Tombouctou. I guess they're just settling for we're going to lose our capital eventually. Let's have this as our new capital. I guess that's what they're going for. But the Zulu are struggling here. They still didn't take this city. They will do next term, which hopefully means they'll focus for their sake. Obviously, we don't want to see Zulu run away with it. They now have a settler heading out across the Indian Ocean, though. Could they be going for this wonder that Vietnam has not taken advantage of? Australia's now got caravels, the Arabian Peninsula, so they're exploring, and Indonesia is trapped between the Huns, Egypt and Assyria here. India are doing okay. My pick to win the game, ish. Very spread out. Oh yeah, the Koreans are in a war against Japan. It's a big one. They may be able... Oh, they're going to grab Tokyo with these ironclads, which means Korea will border the Shoshone in the sea of the Northern Pacific, I guess this is. So that will make it quite interesting. Obviously, the Shoshone need to hurry up and take some cities from the Aztecs, because if they get too weak, I could see the Iroquois, who are the powerhouse probably at the moment in this game, taking over. I think the Zulu will be there as soon as they grab the Ethiopian capital, which should happen. Okay, Zulu's turn is going to process in a minute. And then I would recommend to the Zulu going after the Vietnam and Arabian cities around here, just sort of cleaning it up a little bit. There's a huge Zulu fleet out here actually, which may be going to... I mean, it can't take this city, so I don't know where it's going. Do you imagine they launched the attack on Brazil? That'd be incredible. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see where this fleet goes, because they're at war with the... unless maybe Morocco is coastal, I guess. The Moroccan capital. Or Spain, maybe? I don't know. Or maybe they're sending it to attack the northern Songhai cities, which would be a bit of a aggressive move. Europe's pretty calm as of right now. Very, very calm, to say the least. No wars anyway, now that Britain have peaced out with the Huns. Yeah, France is pretty weak. I mean, they're trapped. They gave this city up to the Huns, and that was probably their game over. Spain are stronger than them, and then obviously Germany gained a lot of strength from... Well, they gained one Greek city, and they've gained some cities up here in Scandinavia to give them a hand. The Egyptians all the way up here. How is this area is just a huge mess. The Russian land, like Siberia, all that stuff. Just this big bit here, it's completely messed up. I have no idea who's going to sort of take control of it, because normally you'd have a strong Mongolia, China or Korea, or one of them, and none of them are that strong. I mean, Korea are the strongest probably. The Chinese are quite strong as well. The Koreans are ahead in tech, but none of them. Korea are more interested in going after Japan, and they should be able to grab Tokyo, which would be a big... I mean, it's kind of big. Obviously, Tokyo is not the capital for the Civ. They need Kyoto here. If they could take all of Japan, Korea, that would be a really good step for them. Okay, oh, and there we go, there it goes. So Tokyo, now down to 1 population, is now Korean, which means they could probably peace out, maybe land some more military units, and then attack Kyoto with a bit more ease. I don't know if they'll hold on to this. Japan may be able to grab it back, maybe beforehand, but it won't matter too much because it's at 1 population. Anyway, Soviet Union can't really do much either. You know, Vietnam, well defended, probably a bit technologically ahead. I don't know, they've both got Gatling guns, but they're probably a bit ahead Vietnam. I feel like they are. And so they've obviously got to go through the Huns if they want to connect to that other city here they took from the Mongolians, which isn't going to happen. This huge Hunnic army here, and there we go, the Zulu removing Ethiopia from the game. So goodbye Ethiopia, and still 9 population, and now even more of a border between Egypt and the Zulu, the 2 African powers at the moment. So that's going to be interesting. Are Argentina attacking any more cities? No, and it looks like they're going to lose this city back to the Incans. Ideology, Soviet Union going for autocracy. Okay, let's just quickly check what ideologies we've got where and who's gone with who. Oh, that's religion, my bad. Now, like, I always get this wrong when I'm trying to find it. Is it? Oh no, it's this one here, my bad. Oh, no, here, ideology. Okay, so Poland and the Iroquois have gone order, and the Zulu and Soviet Union autocracy. So they're all civs that are fairly far away. The only interesting one there is autocracy, order, maybe a battle there between the Soviet Union and Poland. They border each other. In terms of tourism, order's winning the tourism sort of race, but only just. Obviously there was no happiness effects just yet on the Zulu and Soviet Union. But that's going to be interesting, sort of a little ideological battle then between Poland and the Soviet Union. It's interesting actually to see the Soviet Union and Poland grabbing ideologies. So I expect the Iroquois and the Zulu to be the first sort of 2. But I would have expected the Huns, maybe the Koreans, obviously with their strong science, to be up there. But maybe not. Siam as well, I thought they were doing well. And Vietnam to a point. I mean, they are a bit split up from these 2 cities. But along here, you've got some big Vietnam cities and a huge one down here as well in India. Where is this Zulu settler going? I don't really see where it could go. I mean, there's a couple of islands out here, but I wouldn't assume they'd go for those. Maybe. Okay, China's. I was going to say maybe they're going for Hawaii. China looks like it's about to settle in Hawaii. There is not much land at all left in this map now. Mostly islands. There's a few tiles here, but there's not really space for a city. Maybe one north of Japan. There we go. The Incans, though, getting the job done. They took their city back, and looks like Argentina are going to be defending again. And there we go, the Iroquois taking another island in the Caribbean. They're looking very strong. Lots of peace deals. Assyria and France, Morocco and Rome. Again, nothing's really happened here. And Assyria and the Songhai. Just make sure that AI has not been dumb and given away any cities in peace deals, because we've seen quite a bit of that so far in this game. Wow, Egypt really going to try and take out Morocco now. So Morocco, this city's done, and that will leave Morocco with just these 2 here. I mean, the Songhai, I presume, are not giving open borders. And the Songhai aren't going to lose their capital by the look of it, although the Zulu are sort of reinforcing now, moving their units across moving across from the Ethiopian war, so maybe soon it will fall. But it looks like Fez is going to fall to the Egyptians, which will again be a big pick, because it allows Egypt then to attack the Songhai. So it's almost going to become, I think, a race between Egypt and the Zulu to eat up the smaller African nations. The Zulu's navy just attacking the Songhai here, even though it's not a coastal city. Just don't know why they'd do that exactly, but you know, they can do what they want. I don't get how the Soviet Union, I mean, they must have got 3 factories built up, but they just don't, their units don't show that they're that involved. I mean, it's incredible they've got an ideology. Good for them already. I mean, they've got some large cities. I mean, got 8, 20, 15, 16 and 15 population. Obviously they've got another 7 over here. So they are doing well. They're just surrounded by big scary countries. Even if they wanted to go and expand in Scandinavia, they'd have to go through Egypt. Which, I mean, they don't really share. Egypt wouldn't be a threat, but Egypt, I mean, you could probably get away with that, actually, because I can assume not many people like Egypt. We know Assyria definitely won't. How is... I think the Siamese were in a war with India, but it didn't go very well. Can't quite remember. Someone definitely was, and it didn't go well, quite clearly. Have the Chinese settled... Okay, they're going, by the look of it, for the main Hawaiian island, which is good for them. And, okay, so the Aztecs have defended this northern city very well. They're going to keep hold of it. I mean, this river will have made it tough as well to defend, but they've definitely lost Yankton. They've been completely pushed out of the Shoshone's borders. But it looks like Oglala now. Yep, Oglala is going to fall to the Shoshone next, which could leave Texcoco vulnerable, and then they might swoop back around, making use of the infrastructure, the roads, to actually grab this city and cut it off. Should be a shame. The Sioux, still around. They haven't got a settler up yet. They have a worker, even though they only have one tile. I'm not sure how that works, the Sioux, but... Okay, there we go. So, Aztecs losing this big city here to the Shoshone, which now is pretty much cutting the Iroquois almost off as well now from a war with California. Zulu, India. Ooh, there's not a direct border there, but the Zulu have a navy. Doesn't look like there's going to be too much. And the Zulu are going for this island. Okay, so they're going to grab this wonder, which may annoy the Vietnamese, who actually probably have the navy to take it back. But the AI won't see that. It will just see the Zulu have a massive amount of troops and won't attack. So that's probably how that will go. Is there anywhere? I mean, the Sioux. I mean, in this mod, you could probably settle here, because you could settle 2 tiles away in this mod. I think it's the limit. The AI doesn't always like to do that, but you can. Britain messed up. They didn't settle Ireland or Iceland or even the north of the like England and Scotland. And now, the scariest civ in the game so far, I've got 2 cities or 4 cities in the British Isles alone. So Britain are probably quite annoyed at that. They do have their unique unit, the Redcoats, so they seem pretty cool. Oh, okay, big war in the east, in Eastern Asia, China v India. If they could grab Shanghai back and maybe Pataliputra, there you go, nailed it. If they can grab those 2 back, then maybe they could be the force that unites it. I mean, Korea is not making any more progress against Japan, pretty much out of naval units. And it looks like the Siamese are going in. Okay, 5th ideology, and Germany has gone order as well. So Germany has joined Poland and the Iroquois, if I'm right in saying that. I don't want to get it wrong. Poland, Iroquois, and the Germans. So the Germans and Poland's same ideology. That's interesting. Order for them. Iroquois just pieced out with Assyria. Not too much has happened there. Okay. So this Chinese-Indian war is going to be huge. Obviously, I don't know if the Shoshone... the Shoshone, they're so open over here, especially sort of around their capital as well. If the Iroquois tried something, they could definitely... new ideology. And Korea has been the first civ to go for freedom, so they're obviously going to get some benefits, because the first 2 civs to each one get those benefits of, is it extra tenants? I'm pretty sure. Interesting to see what the Indonesians are doing with this navy. Ooh, maybe they're going after Arabia. I could see that happening. Ooh, another ideology. Brazil joining Korea in the freedom. So, I'm not sure what to think about this. I think it's the non-aggressive nations, really. I mean, Korea obviously have been aggressive towards Japan, but other than that, they've been relatively quiet. Brazil, I don't think, have launched an offensive war. They defended, I think, against the Iroquois at one point, but... yeah, the freedom ideology is going to be on. Obviously, Brazil produce a lot of culture and tourism as a civ, so that's going to help that ideology stay around. And obviously, not cause unhappiness. Is that 2? Yeah, 2 new ideologies. That is it. But this is going to give us an idea of sort of who's in the lead in this game. Who are the powerful nations? Obviously, you notice the Aztecs and the Shoshone, who both appear quite strong. Obviously next to the Iroquois as well, but realistically they're not probably close to some of these other civs either. I mean, the Shoshone could probably get destroyed pretty quickly by the Iroquois, but who knows. And Korea already onto Great War Infantry. Wow. So Korea, I think that's the first one we've seen. But that, guys, is going to be it for this video. As always, leave any feedback in the comments. Maybe leave a like. Maybe if you feel like this video has been that good, you could maybe subscribe. But other than that, I hope to see you in the next one.